Okay, had to come in and show this one. I had to come on. No one's going to believe me if I don't show them. I had to do it live. I had to do it live. First things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. I was so impressed by how much light we have in this environment. I said, you know what? We're going to have to do demonstrations down here from now on. Upstairs in the theater room, we're not doing any more demonstrations up there. There's no point. We have so much light down here. We got to take advantage of it. So one of the things I do specialize in is dark technology, and I specialize in ambient light rejection technology. And I love to be in environments where we have so much ambient light, it's insane. That's why I like doing demonstrations outside, because I like to do demonstrations on huge, massive screens, because under these screens are going to be taking in more light. I like pulling projectors back as far as we can because I love that distance throw. I'm not a big fan of doing demonstrations on ultra short throw projectors because the distance throw isn't there. And it's for me, it's an easy demonstration because it's really sitting right up on top of the screen. So right here, we did a Facebook live demonstration. I'll post that at the bottom of the link. We painted the screen in with our new gunmetal. This is the gunmetal black slate that we make for, it's a free color option for the Phantom. And I want to show you my meter reading. But first things first, is show you where my measuring tape is at. We have the projector pushed all the way back to the back of the wall, which I have back here over here. And we're using my Chrissy LW401 projector. That projector, keep in mind, at 4,000 lumens at 11 feet. And all this light we have in here with a maxed out meter is no longer 4,000 lumens by the time it makes contact with the screen. As I said before, we've done this demonstration at 27 feet back at 4,000 lumens outside. All right, so there's the measuring tape. I'm going to come all the way over here and you'll see it. Oh, if I got stuff in the way, we'll see it at 11 feet. Oh, camera rotated. 11 feet. And then we got the 12 feet right over in there. 12 feet. So 12 feet from the screen. This is the image we're pulling up. I'm going to let this play. So this is the image we're pulling up. And let's go check out the meter. Now, keep in mind, we don't have any extra lights in the environment. We're just using the work lights we had in here. I had no idea when I was doing demonstrations down here, this environment was literally kicking in that much light. So as you can see, the image looks sharp, it looks bright, it's not washed out. As I showed you before with the lighter mixes, the screen was washed out, the white screen was washed out. Horrible. And even with the projector we're using, the last projector we're using in the demonstration was a Sony. That Sony was 4,300 lumens. This projector here is 4,000 lumens. The Sony projector is a WXGA full 1080p 1920 by 1200. We downgraded to a 720p 4,000 lumen projector, and look how beautiful the image still looks. I'm gonna come here and grab me a couple more demonstrations of this. I remember doing that when I was a kid, making little floaty boats. So let's grab someone's over here, and I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna be doing demonstrations for now on down here. I love the fact we had this much light down here. Light down here, like I said, I love the fact that meters don't pick up down here. Look at this. Here's my meter right there. Not even picking up. I'm gonna have to cover it up with my hand to show you that it's active. See right there? I gotta cover it up with my hand. If I move that away, boom, no reading. Cover it up with my hand. Look at that. That shows you how much light this room is taking in. And like I said, no extra lights behind us. We have no extra lights. We're just using the lights that are in the environment. That's it. Now keep in mind, like I said, a friend of mine was like, well, you got screens that pick up outside. I said, yeah. If they're going to pick up outside, they're going to pick up in here. This is the perfect environment for ambient light test, or an area where meters can't register. Let's do this one over here. Now, this is the gunmetal. This is not the black. The blacks can actually absorb even more light. These are gunmetal black slate screens, and this is a free color option for the Phantom. My screen is 92 inches. I'm going to get 120 down here soon. And we got the room for it. And I put it up on a more stand so I can have it closer to the light. But look at this, maxed out meter, maintaining this image. Now, the one thing I tell you about when you do these demonstrations, people feel that when you do these demonstrations that because they're showing a little bit of an image, it doesn't have to be the best image in the world, but as long as they're showing something, that is considered to be something that's great. No, it's not. It's not at all. You're supposed to be to see that screen crystal clear from corner to corner. It's supposed to be sharp. It's supposed to be vivid. You're supposed to see it. It's not supposed to be washed out. The colors are not supposed to be bland. It's not supposed to be discolored. It's supposed to be beautiful. Let's show you the our angle gain on the screen. Look at this. Freaking loving it. All demonstrations are going to be down here, done from now on, down here in this area right here. I love it. You see how the light is hitting. Bam, bam. I love this. I love it. I tell you, I love doing these demonstrations, man. When I can do a demonstration where the screen's taking on a ton of light, still maintaining that perfect, beautiful blues, those oranges, those greens, everything. We just did a demonstration on, this is one of the demonstrations I will be displaying for the digital one, when we're going to be showing everything up front. We want you to see it all. That bottom line is, like I said, the great products are just not going to be able to pull it. They can't pull it on a max out. They can't even pull it at what we have upstairs, but down here is even more harsh. So we're not doing any more demonstrations upstairs. Everything's going to be down here, either here or outside. That's the only place the screen has to go, here or outside. Oh, I'm loving this. So let me show you right here from the door. Let's go pull out the color red. Let's see if the color red, and it's important to do these color tests because this shows you at the end of the day if your colors are washing out on your screen. You need to see this. All right, so we're going to start up. Our product's going to be up there too. Just know our product's going to be up there too because we have to have our product. We're giving this away. This is a free product we're giving away, the Digital Crystal Screen Paint. We need to show you that at the end of the day, like I said, even though it's a free product, it's still not going to be to compete with the technology we have here, but at least you know what you're getting when you do this, okay? All right, so let's put some tape here first. So in this environment, we're going to have, from now on, screens are being tested. Upstairs, it's not bright enough. We do like about 1,600 upstairs. Not bright enough. Max out meters is all I want now. If it ain't maxing out, I don't want to be around it. So two options we have now, either in here or out there. That's where they got to be at. From now on, all tests. Or on top of the deck. Top of the deck is pretty bright too. But we're just going to use those for, yeah, the deck is outside too on top of that. All right, so first things first, let's go with the Metallica mix first. See how that measures up to our gunmetal. Put that right there. I'm going to get myself a much bigger screen. I'm going to get 100. I'm going to get a 100-inch and maybe 120-inch. Let's get the personal mix. This is why I'm showing you why these screens are considered to be obsolete now, because they're old screens. And I mean, gray screen paint mixes are old. Even, like I said, our own product right here, it's an old mix. It's a 5-year-old, 7 to 8-year-old screen paint mix. It's very old. There we are. Getting really full on that Far Cry game. So this is to show you. This is why you saw it already from the door. You saw it already with the P2. You saw it already right from the door. You saw all the products up front. You saw how that screen washed out. You saw it. Mind you, we're at 12 feet away. 12 feet away. We're talking about 2 feet and 2 inches at 3,000 lumens. We're at 4,000 lumens at 12 feet back with a maxed out meter. We're using 10 times more light. Probably about the same. So his screen is about the same size mine is. It's about a 92-inch screen. It's about the same size. I knew it wasn't 100-inch. 100 is big. 100 screen is much bigger than his. But we're using 10 times more light. We're at a farther distance. Even though we're at 1,000 more than his, this is actually 4,000 lumens. But keep in mind, you're talking about 3,000 lumens, 2 feet and 2 inches. That's a huge difference in distance throw and less lumens, less light you have in the environment. So mind you, we have all of them up here. We have the gray products, mixes, and we have the Digital Crystal Screen Paint to show to our customers at the end of the day. Like I said, you know, if you decide, or with his customers, if you decide that you want to go with this, you don't want to pay the money, but we're showing you how it's going to, how you're going to be, how your images and colors are going to come out from the door. It's not going to perform like our technology, but at least at the end of the day, you're not going out and you're spending $100 or $85 on a product that's not testing. At least you can just make it right there for like around $40 a gallon. But it's all going to react the same way. So let's pull up that blue, and there you go. Told you, right from the door. Now, see, when you have a white screen up there, they have a chance of showing some decent color. But when you have our technology up there, you come off it looking exactly as the same way you came in, because you're dealing with a more superior screen. This is not a white screen. This is our technology. This screen, like I said, it's used to going against certified screens. So we put a screen paint product up here, screen paint mix, it's definitely going to wash out even faster. So these are the demonstrations we're going to be doing for those of you that, like I said, are going to be, you don't have, like I said, at the end of the day, you still can pick up color. You can, just like not, the difference is our technology is going to be a lot more advanced than what you're going to be used to seeing. But as I said before, at the end of the day, you know, lights out, you use one of these screen paint mixes versus a white wall, you're going to pick up a better color, you know what I mean? A little bit of a better color, a little bit of a better contrast. White levels are going to be much better on the white screen than these screens, but still, you're going to have a little bit of a bump there that's going to be able to give you a somewhat improvement. But at the end of the day, like I said, if the individual can't back or can't review the product, and he can't show that there's a massive difference between the great product we have here that we are giving away for free, then at the end of the day, you just might as well just buy to get the free item. You know what I mean? Instead of basically paying $85 for something that would have cost you $40, or if you're going to make a quart of it, a lot less than that. You can buy a sampler of black paint. You can buy a sampler, so you don't have to really go out and buy like a quart of black paint. You just get yourself a sampler. And that's all you're going to need, because you're only going to need a couple of tablespoons of black paint to make our product. All right, let's switch over to red. Now, as you can see, our screen is still maintaining a beautiful bright red level with the meter being maxed out. That's one of the things people run into, is the screen's washing out and fading. Let's bring out the purple. Same thing. Oh, this is so much fun. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love the fact that we got a meter max out down here. I love this. I'll tell you, the more bright the environment is, the better, the more excited I am. This is so much fun. All right, so now you got it at, you have it now. Ooh, I'm having so much fun. We're having, now this is just, my fun here is watching my technology perform on this level, because I don't cut corners when it comes to my work. I'm real serious about what I do over here. When I test my screens, they're pushed. So this technology right here can pull up just about anywhere, man. Once we get it outside, can't wait. But anyway, this just shows you. Now, like I said, let's keep swapping through. Let's keep swapping. Let's go to the color swap out. The color swap out.
At Ring, we reinvented now we're reinventing home security with Ring Alarm.
Yeah, no. We're going through. We're going through.
The simplest.
Here we go. Now, as the colors change on the screen, you'll see where our technology will change colors, where the other screen paints will not have that ability. You'll have a slight little bump, but not being able to keep up the screen. This is what I mean by when he does a review, we have to see a night and day results. Not a little bump, not a little hairline of a matchup. No, it has to be a huge difference. Because like I said, at the end of the day, if you can't do the review, then the customers can just come in and just make the digital paint and just have it for free. Well, they'll get the ingredients for free. We're not charging you anything for it. There's not even a shipping cost. You just go to Home Depot and just make it. That's how we made it. We went to Home Depot and made it. I would say the best way to go is to go to Lowe's and get it, because you'll get everything. Get your black paint. Doesn't make a difference at the end of the day. You don't have to have bare or a certain kind. No, just if you want to be professional about it, just get a something with a built-in primer. So it's a one-coat application. Just get that. So you get that, and just get yourself a quart of black paint. If you don't want to do a quart, get a sampler. A sampler's going to be a lot cheaper, because you're only going to be using a couple of tablespoons. That's it. So no using going out and spending an extra $17 for something you're only going to be using a little bit of. And as for the glitter effect, you can go get, I think it's Vacity, or I forget the name of it, but they make it over in the paint aisle. It's a kind of a powder. You can get it in silver or gold. It doesn't make a difference. You can put some silver and put some gold in it, put both, you know. Just don't put too much in it, because then you'll have a Christmas tree effect going on with your screen. So you don't want that crap. So just put in what we put in for the measurements as far as I would go. As for the black is only used as a toner, so you just want to tone it. If you want to make it darker, you can make it darker. Keep in mind when you do this, if you put more black and paint into it, you're going to give it a real dark effect where it's not going to be able to pick up proper contrast levels and color. And if you put it too much light into it, too much white into it, or if it's too bright, if it's not enough black into it, then you pick up with an image that can barely pick up contrast. Mind you, these products have I think that has 6 black in it already, and that's at 6 black. That's how it's not picking up properly. Well, actually, with 6 black, you can see where the contrast levels, the colors are not pulling up also well. So I think 6 would be, I wouldn't go any farther than that. I would just keep it at 6, to tell you the truth, honestly. You don't need anything darker than that at the end of the day, because you're just going to basically destroy your screen. But they were just showing you on this demonstration how it all blends together. Well, not my technology. As you can see, our technology is pulling an amazing color. All right, let's go over here and let's grab real quick Starfield Screensaver.
Getting that from you.
Got to be able to pull those contrast levels. That's one of the issues you're going to have with gray screen paint mixes, that they can't see contrast. And the ones that are darker, that claim to see contrast, can't see white levels. That's a bit of an interesting area right there. Panasonic 4K. Panasonic 4K. All right, let's go over here and let's grab the OLED horse. And as you can see, contrast, it's not going to pick up either. Now I'm going to do something real quick. We're going to go back over and we're going to do a color swap out. I want to do this right here real quick. I want to pull this up real quick. Ready from the door, Brett. It's going to start the fade from the door. So this gives the customer who's going to be making the product for free, it gives you an idea of what you're getting yourself into. Like I said, they're all going to react the same way, but at least at the end of the day, if this is your thing and you don't mind being in the dark, this is what you want, then guess what? Instead of you paying $85 for it, you can make it for free. And this is to show you at the end of the day how these screens react to our technology, where our technology, yes, is going to produce better contrast, better color. Our technology is going to be far more advanced than this. So that's why, people are going to want the high-end screen, and people are willing to pay the money for our technology because it does what exactly it's supposed to do. And you're supposed to test your product. Very important to test. That's why I said having it down here and all this light. And I mean, it's a good thing we had our products tested, because if not, it wouldn't work down here. And as I showed you in all the color demonstrations, we just showed you color pattern. And as you can see, none of the colors were picking up correctly. And now we're just showing you a video that displays color. And you can see how your color is going to come out. Now, in order to use these screen paint products, like I said, they're going to give you a slight little bump better than a white screen. Lights on, they did the exact same thing. They all faded out at the same time. There's a lot of light going on down here at the same time. But lights out, you're going to get a bit of a bump, you know what I mean? And nothing like our technology, but you're going to get a bit of a bump. It's going to look a much better. And like I said, if he doesn't do the review, which he needs to do the review, if he doesn't do the review against the product, if he shies away from it, if he ignores it in any way whatsoever, if he doesn't take down the 3 ingredients, if he does nothing at all, why would you pay $85 for that when you can just make this for free? Let's go over to our slow color change out.
Getting that from you.
We're going to knock our lights out real quick and show you even with the lights. First, we're going to do, this is a mood light, slow speed. This right here is an ambient light color test. So this is to make sure that your colors are going to be the maintain and a fully lit environment. Let's do this one first with the lights on. There's no point doing this demonstration with the lights out. This is the ambient light color test. It's designed to be used in fully lit environments to make sure that your colors are not washing out on your screen. We should do one of these outside. That would be crazy. Let's do an ambient light test outside, color test outside. That'd be we're gonna be doing that today anyway. Mind you, these are gunmetals. We're gonna be using black screen. Black screens are a whole lot different. It's like the black screens absorb all the ability of what screens can do. So there we are doing the color test right there. I had to do this one live. I was like, maxed out meter had to be done live. Had to be done live. It's a maxed out meter. So this shows at the end of the day, that's what I said. When you're using a venue projector, when you're claiming your product to be used with venue projectors environments are much different than what you're going to be using on a normal projector. These are projectors you're going to be using in storefronts, areas that have a ton of commercial light embedded in their environments, lights like we have over top our heads. But if you're going to get 20 or 30 of these in an environment, which means your screen is going to have to be able to pick up. If you're telling somebody your product is venue worthy, then it's going to have to be able to pull up in that environment. If it can't and it washes out, well, there's no point in them spending the money on the product. Like I said, the biggest point of the day is he's got to prove whether or not his product is going to match anything from Home Depot or Lowe's. That's why we're willing to send them the paint up for free. If you don't want to make it online and show everybody how it's made, then we'll send you up our product and you can basically do the demonstration on that. Let's go over here real quick. We're going to do that color test. We're going to go back over and do the slow color change out real quick. And let's see what the basic color, red. It's not even picking up at all, period. This is why oh man, it just takes me back, man. If I had never got that black diamond sample sheet, I still wouldn't be making gray screen paint products right now. I really would have been. I'm so glad. It was just meant to be. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. I'm so glad. Because right now, the situation, he's in a bad situation right now, a really bad situation. Without doing his test, he's in a real bad situation. Digital and crystal screen paint is going to match his product perfectly. It is. It's matching both of his screens, and one screen's darker than the other. So if he does that review, that product's going to match. If he denies the review and he doesn't want to do it, there's no excuses. The product's right there. He can make it. Anybody can make it. So there's no excuse why he can't do the demonstration. There's no excuse why he can't do demonstrations. It's not good. It's not looking too good for him. No one's going to buy his product anymore at the end of the day if they know they can make it somewhere else for free. Red screen.
Getting that.
But that's what happens when you don't do your tests. That's what happens. That's why we do our tests. You never learn. Do your tests. Take the lights out. That's not good. That's really, really bad. Ooh, man. And that's in his environment. His environments are always dealing with the lights out. It's not going to go well. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that's how it's going to go. You have to understand, at the end of the day, people don't want to be in this environment. Can you imagine this being your living room? This is your living room right now. How dark your living room is going to become in order for you to use that product. You probably have a couple of little lights in the background. That's it. Can't use that. And if that's the case, there's no way in the world you're using it on a venue projector, because venue projectors are not environments like this. They ain't got to be in fully lit environments to work. You won't go to a Jay-Z concert. You won't go to any concert whatsoever and go back there and Disney, whatever they do for their displays, you will not go back there and see an everyday home projector. Now you will see these big, massive dinosaur venue projectors back there that have 50,000 lumens and 20,000 lumens. Some are at 5,000, some are at 7,000. You're not going to find no projectors at 32, 3,000 lumens back there. Oh, heck no. Because you're dealing with a projector, it's going to have to be the display on a massive, large level. It's going to be around a ton of commercial lighting. Some of that stuff is going to be outside. There's no way in the world they're going to be firing it up. And if your projector has all that power, the screen's not going to pull it up correctly. But that's just to show you right there from the door what you're going to actually get on a maxed out meter. Nothing's going to pick up. Not even the digital and crystal screen paint. But at least, like I said, at the end of the day, for his customers, unless you, I mean, you got to be, put it this way, you have to be, and I'm sorry not to say this, but how loyal, and I don't want his customers at the end of the day. I don't want you buying our products that we make here. This technology, we don't want you having this. Now, that over there you can have for free. You can have that. We don't even make that stuff anymore. But we don't want his customers. Don't get it wrong, we don't want his customers. But at the end of the day, common sense is common sense. At the end of the day, what are you going to $185 for a product that you could have made? If that's the case, like I said, got a bridge over in New York City, you can have it. Give me 10 grand and I'll down payment and $4,000 a month, and it's yours. It'll be yours. It'll be your bridge. You own it. If that's the case, good gracious. Because today, like I said, times is tight. Money is money at the end of the day. I don't care how loyal you are to somebody. Money is money at the end of the day. People got bills to pay. And if you're going to go out there and if you're going to go out there and you're going to have a product that's untested and it's still going to have those poor colors and contrasts, which you saw in that last demonstration, you got a chance now to really see what that screen looked like in its true form. Without the lights being out, without it being in a dark environment, and all other nonsense, you got a good chance to see how his paints really react in fully lit environments, how washed out they are. And if you notice, the entire scenery changed the minute he switched over to lights being out, which means he has to be in the dark in order to pull a proper image. LG beta fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
So if you're going to go through that mess, you might as well, at the end of the day, just go out and just make the product and get it for free. Most you just got to pay for is how to make it. If you're going to be using it on that level. So then I can sit here on a maxed out meter and watch the OLED demonstration. And each side I choose, that screen has to pull up at a maxed out meter. This is commercial lighting in here. Now, like I said, those of you who already have his products, since he has refused to do these tests, I would suggest you make the free product, put it against your own screens, and see how, if it doesn't match, two things are going to happen. It's just going to come close to matching extremely close, or it's going to match. Either way, at the end of the day, you didn't have to spend that money. What do I have for breakfast? Oh, Lucky Charms. Yeah, some Lucky Charms. Philips 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, this is gonna be my workspace right here. We got Mr. Mannequin over there. Mr. Mannequin. Can't wait to do that. Oh man, I can't wait to finish off. We have to really do nothing. I gotta wrap a couple things. Them doors that gotta be done. Got my doors down here. I got a guy next door. I told you just woodwork. He's gonna actually take off all that white paint and put the doors back to the original grain, that original, how they really were. I want them stained and everything. And then I'm gonna put those back in. I can't stand when they take a door and they paint. It's just solid oak doors right there. They're the real deal. Anybody else? I'm glad he does woodwork back there, because anybody else, if I ship them doors off, they'd be expensive because they're very heavy. Him, all I got to do is put him on a pallet, have him dropped off into his backyard, and he'll do the work for it. Put a nice piece of coin in his pocket, and then I'll basically just advise that anybody else is doing work. I know a lot of people do contract work. I can give him a lot of business. But he does it as a hobby. He's really good at it. I'm watching him build furniture back there. Look at that. No washout, none of that. As I said, if an ultra short throw projector can't pick up, you can forget about a long throw, because long throw is definitely going to have some problems picking up in that environment. Yeah, you can show all the meters you want. We max out down here. I was going to put it for now on. I'm going to put at the top, I'm going to put a sign that says meter max out zone. As we're going to put up there, meter max out zone. I'm going to put it right over the top. When we finish the screen off, we finish putting the stand in, I might put an LCD display that says meter max out zone. This is a perfect place for testing. Got the outside, come here, back and forth, perfect. Now I'm going to change up these tarps and get some bright white ones in here. These are already messed up, but I'm going to some bright white tarps in here. Now before I build the screen here, I'm going to actually have to blast this surface. So the surface, we have the concrete wall, I need to paint over this. So I need to go get a sample on what paint they use for this and recoat this back to white, because I want this whole area to be bone white. Everything to be bone white in here. LG food 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, as I said before, this being the gunmetal black slate Final Phantom, it is a free color option on our website. So all you have to do is just go in and just select what paint you want, and you're good to go. That's it. And also, too, I'd like to thank you all for the support for the Black Friday sale. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate all the support. I'm going to be handing out the tracking numbers today. Like I said, we got all the containers in. I got to order more containers on top of that. So we got another 92 containers that have to be ordered in to get everybody taken care of. So have you done and out the door. There's my mixer right. That's my paint mixer down there. I love that paint mixer. Best thing I ever bought. This is going to be a great setup wall. So I'm going to have to reinforce the frame, because we're going to put everything up here. We're going to have demonstrations for 2 motorized projection screen setups, 150-inch motorized screen setup, 120-inch setup. We're going to do 100-inch, and we're going to do the 92, which I'm going to swap this out for a more lighter screen, which means I'm going to pick out another Elite screen. Elite screens are so freaking light, I'll tell you right now. So that way we can just hang them up as we go along and do our demonstrations from there. And then we can do our projector swap outs over here. So I'll bring a couple more of my projectors out of the tech shop, which I'm going to be using regular, or I just go to eBay, take $500 and pick up like maybe about 3 or 4 projectors. Get some used 720p's. We got a couple of 1080p's in the house, but we're going to use the 720p's. Meter max out. Meter max out. Maxing out the meter. Let me see. I'm out here doing some cleanup over here because I want to straighten up that area over there. Heck, never did I carry it away that fast, that quick? Apparently I did. I gotta get a holster in here for my fire stick, so we don't lose it. Have a habit of losing my fire stick in here. It's the last place I'm gonna lose fire sticks.
All the turkey, all the sides, all the sweets, all the...
Well, that reminds me, I gotta start ordering my stuff for getting ready for Thanksgiving. That's the one thing I'm glad about. The bottom line I went to school for. I went to school for culinary arts. We got like 5 chefs in the family. Oh yeah, we got quite a few of us in the family. That's the one thing I'm glad about. I did go to school for that. That comes in handy. Let's do this one right here. I love when somebody sat there and said one time, they said, get a life. Dude, I got 2 freaking degrees. I got a degree in IT tech and I got another degree in culinary arts. I was 23. I was getting it. I was getting mine at 23. Getting it. Went to Paris, did a month as an internship over there, came back over, went to restaurant school. Yeah. Certified chef. But I ended up doing this, which is interesting because I wanted to become a chef because I had 2 older brothers that are chefs and a sister. And that's why I got into it, because they were doing it. The other half is military. The other half are basically college graduates. So we got bachelors and masters in our freaking family, man. Yeah, we're all achievers, man. Go out there and get what you want and get it done. Went to school for cooking and ended up doing this. Well, actually, no, I got into computers after that. I fell in love with PCs and computers. I got into that because really weird, too, how I got into computers. Interesting, I got into computers. Yeah, fell in love with it, man. And then after that, man, got into computers, and from computers switched over into this. And we're going to his friend's house. Happened from going to a friend's house, and looking at his display on a projection screen setup. That's what did it. That's what did it. That's how I got into projectors. Actually going to a friend's house. I had my whole entire system set up over at my house, man. I had my freaking 2011. You ever had a 2011 server board or motherboard? That's what they call them, 2011s. You ever had one of those? Those are pretty much powerful monsters, man. That is like, I told people, 264 gigs of RAM on one board, a PC 3000 OC. I mean, I'm pretty sure now they're much higher than that now. Way back, it was about PC 3000 OC. Was they had 4 12-core processors in one motherboard. That thing was freaking amazing, man. That was a good build, too. That was a real good build. But yeah, I had my 2 Sony's my Tesla graphic card, and I had 2 Sony 42s plasmas back to back on it. Man, I thought I had the ultimate system, man. I go over to my friend's house. Yo, come over here, man. Check out this Gears of War. Get over there. I saw the screen when I was coming into the house. Then here's this big bay window. I saw that screen, and I was like, what the freak is that? What kind of screen is that? Got in there, man. He was in there playing Gears of War, man, on his Xbox 360, man. A giant screen. I couldn't go home to those screens. I couldn't do it. It was like looking at a watch phone, because the screens were so huge. The last time I saw projectors, they were basically BMC. That's what they were. They were Magnavox, Xena, they were Ronco, Sharp. They were CRT projectors. So I had no idea they were that small, that compact with all the peripherals on the back of it. Man. And how I got into computers, that's also interesting too. I got into computers. I was blessed with the knowledge to get into computers. I never went to school at the time for it. I remember getting the Tiger Direct catalogs. I remember wanting a computer. Computers were so expensive at that particular time. Everybody wanted so much money. Dells were really good computers. Dell Pentium 4, HT, Hyperthreads. Some people had those with the black cases. And at the time, I couldn't afford a computer at all. Really couldn't afford one. I wasn't making that kind of money at the time. And I remember going talking to so many people at Tiger Direct, and the guy was like, you can get a bare bone kit and build it from the ground up. Man, you couldn't tell me a motherboard from a hard drive to RAM. I didn't know what I was looking at. I remember every day, man, I would go in and look at that Tiger Direct catalog. Every day, go and look at that Tiger Direct. Look at the different computers, and didn't understand none of it. I'll tell you something. A lot of people don't want to hear about God. I'm sorry if you don't want to hear about him at the end of the day. Only people want to hear about God is when your plane's going down. Then you want to listen. But I remember they're reading about Leviticus in the Bible, how the children of Israel were built the tabernacle, and how it was so exquisite, it was so detailed. And these are people that didn't have skills in wood carving or stone carving or tapestry, nothing. Nothing at all. All that knowledge came from God for them to be able to build this exquisite of testimony to God. And I thought to myself, man, you know, God could give man the knowledge to be able to design anything if he would just listen. And for a split second, my mind went to total peace of calm. It was like being linked to the Lord. Just no thought of anything else. Just basically, just a total peace. My mind just opened up and just everything became clear. And that one scripture. And I remember the Lord asking me, what do you want? And I said, I want to build computers. And then the next day when I woke up, I picked up a Tiger Direct catalog and understood everything that was in it. Do you have any idea how insane my skills were in building computers? I'm going to put 2 links below. One machine that I built was called it was a steampunk machine. I built a customized casing, customized steampunk machine. And the thing about it was, when I picked up that catalog, I understood everything that was in that book. I was writing down composition books of different computers I wanted to build and design. Like I said, I didn't have any money. So I was building these machines in my head and writing them down. And I remember I went to the thrift store and I saw an old Pentium 2. Was it an old Pentium 2? It's probably older than that because it had an ATT motherboard. You ever seen an ATT motherboard? It's a giant board. You had to snap the freaking PCI slot to it. It was that huge. These things were massive. They were big computers. And someone had one there for like, they had it for like $50. So, and I went down and asked a friend for some money, and he gave me the $50. I went down, I got the computer, you know, took it apart, started working on it, upgraded it, put a CD-ROM on it. Actually, CD-ROM, put a DVD-ROM on it. It had a 10 gig hard drive, and the problem was I couldn't put anything higher than that. So I had to get a SATA control card in order to be able to put an adapter on it so I can run a SATA output on it to put like a 50 gig hard drive on it. But yeah, man, I didn't have an operating system for it. My next door neighbor had an operating system, and I actually installed it on with no problem whatsoever. Like, I didn't know anything about this stuff. Like, it's like it was a test. Like, I got a chance to put this whole thing together, and I actually had my own little computer. I built it out of a thrift store setup. I actually did the custom paint job on it and everything on it. It was red and had a red monitor to go with it, and rebuilt the entire thing. And all that knowledge came from God to do that. And then I'll never forget, one day I was sitting outside, and my neighbor had a 275 socket on it, so it was probably a Pentium 2 at that. But I remember I was sitting outside and my neighbor was throwing out a Pentium 4 hyperthread PC. It stopped working, and I looked at him and said, are you fixing or trashing? He says, I'm trashing. I said, can I have it? He said, sure. And I went upstairs and I actually rebuilt it. Yep. And then from there, that's when I just started designing computers and building them and reprogramming them. My buddy Jim was way beyond where I was at. This guy was he rewrote the operating system for Windows XP. Rewrote it. This guy was a freaking crazy dude. But yeah, that was way back, man. Oh, we're done here. When I start talking about that kind of stuff, I'm pretty much finished. But man, yeah, those were the good old days, man. I had a friend of mine I met around the corner. He went to school for it. And he was really good at it. Me and him would sit there and talk for hours about computers and stuff. And he was like, what school did you go to? And I was like, I didn't go to school for it. I got blessed with it. God gave me the idea to be able to design this stuff. It got to the point where I got tired of buying computer cases, and I started building my own cases. I was building cases out of basically Tupperware. Yep. Out of Tupperware. Because I figured, you know, I stripped enough cases apart, took them apart, redesigned them, recoded them, repainted them and everything. And I figured, you know what? Why am I buying cases? I can just make them out of Tupperware. And that's what I was doing. I'm going to put some links in here to show you. Before I had my YouTube channel, before I got into this field, I used to build all kinds of PCs. At one point, this is where I started making money because word got around in the neighborhood that the guy down the street works on computers. So everybody in the neighborhood was bringing me their computers. I was making like about 900, a couple grand a week, especially when that Vista nonsense came out. Oh, good gracious. I was switching back operating systems back to Windows XP because it was more stable. And I was making $130 per swapping out the system for XP. And I was making a killing. I was doing maybe like 9 or 10 computers a day. I was making a killing. I load the computer up, have 6 of them set up on the table, load them all up with the operating system, and go walk out the door and go chill with my friends. So yeah, I'm working right now. Computers upstairs. They all knew me. Everybody in the neighborhood knew me for doing computers. That's how I was making money, word of mouth. A couple grand. Yeah, it was good, man. People had to do house calls. In wintertime, people come over to the house and, you know, feed me and everything. And I'll go there and chill with them. But I'll show you some of my monsters I used to design back in the day. Let me see if I can come out of this real quick, Mr. Bird. But yeah, all that knowledge I got from God. Same thing here. Knowledge I got into this field. People ask me, you went to school for chemistry? Like, nope. Didn't go to school for chemistry. Everything I got came from God. So we want to search real quick and show you some of Mr. Bird's old PCs back in the day. This is where I got my blessing from God. And God is good. God will give you the knowledge that you need if you ask for it. He'll bless you to have it. Yes, He will. Let's see. What was that one called? I'll put this one right here. This is just before when whatchamacallit would allow you to use the picture slideshows, but now you can't use them anymore. Steampunk, was it a Veggie or no, it was a gaming PC? PC. I want to put down digital one because under digital at the time. Digital one. Let's see if we can find out where my old machines are at. Let's see. Here's one of them. That's a modified Xbox 360. I rebuilt my Xbox 360. See, when I was coming up, PCs, I remember PCs had to be soldered. You got breadboards and you had to solder your PCs together. But this is an Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 systems kept burning out. I got tired of actually installed the liquid cooling system on my Xbox 360. I modded the entire system out. And I had to set up I had to integrate it to a motherboard for modding. Because I told you, people were modding the crap out of the Xbox 360 like there was no tomorrow. That's one of the PCs I was building right there. I built that out of a Tupperware dish right there, a Tupperware container. I was modding that out for liquid cooling system right there.
360 mod, I did it in some detail. Video.
But people modded the crap out of the Xbox 360, man. It was man, you could always tell me when you bumped into somebody was JTagging or hacking their freaking system. Man, because keep in mind, like I said, when the system came out, it had so many problems, and people got tired of sending them back in the coffins to the point where people just started opening them up and experimenting with them. And then you open up, I was like, wait a minute, this is like an old IBM motherboard, you know, or Mac. Actually, I think the PS4s have the Macintosh, but this one has the IBM boards in them. And people are like, man, I can modify this. And that's what they were doing. They were modifying. This is actually an Xbox 360 integrated into a PC. Which means I can go in there and I can basically upload mods at will. right to my freaking Xbox 360 and use them and play. Now, if I run into an issue where somebody's going to report me, bottom line is I had proxy servers set up to mask my IP address because at the time, 360 was known for banning accounts like crazy. Look at it. I had cooling system hooked up to it. Yeah, I built that. Did it in a UFO case. Had kill switches on it and everything. See the inside of it? That's an Xbox 360 board. Liquid cooling system attached in. Yeah, those are my builds. This is before I got into screen paints.
Also, it controls light. I can control how eerie the lights look on the side.
I had black glow lights and everything all in it. All that, so that wiring in there, that's a motherboard, a micro ATX motherboard integrated into an Xbox 360 board. I'll post that link right there. Look at that. Yeah, that's what I used to do, man. I remember we online playing and be like, what kind of machine you got? I said, man, my machine's anywhere close to what you running over there, I guarantee you. I used to come in there and my gamer tag would change at will. So-and-so now is so-and-so. So I can change my gamer tag out, all kinds of stuff. The one game I used to mod the most was Left 4 Dead, man. We can make it rain witches in there. Give the tanks special abilities, all kinds of crazy stuff, man. Make it the best part of that game was, I mean, I think everybody modded the freak out of Left 4 Dead. I think everybody modded the crap out of Left 4 Dead. Man, they had all kinds of freaking different forms of, oh yeah, look at this, man. I gotta get back into this, man. I miss this so much. Doing PC mods. Fish tank, liquid cooling systems, all that stuff, man, from back in the day, man. Let me see if I can find my other bad boy in here. That's one of them. That's a 360 mod out. Yeah, I got tired of it. I bought like 4 360s. Every last one of them burnt out. I even bought that new Elite. Was it that Elite system, the black one they had? That burnt out. I was like, I'm done. That's it. I'm modifying my equipment. That's it. Got hit twice. The first time I did, I got hit with a hardware ban where they banned me for 99 something years. But I basically had two lines. It had about 15 or 16 IP addresses. I went back in, you know, but it was their fault because come on, man, you would have made a decent system. No one had to open it up and fix that crap. And you're paying good money. You're paying a lot of money. People, I mean, I don't know if console gamers understand. Do you have any idea how much money you spend on a console system? We're talking about $60 per game. You know what I mean? You got like 5 games in your category, plus controllers and subscription and all that stuff you pay for. Not and consider the tons and tons and tons of freaking points you accumulate to buy for movies and video games and all kinds of stuff you put on thousands and thousands of dollars. And anyone get mad because you open up your system to fix it because they didn't fix it right the first 30 or 40 times. Let me see. Vegetable oil. Oil, let me see, oil. These are the vegetable oil PCs. These are my monsters right here. This is one right here. This is a custom build. These are my machines right here. This is what I built. These are vegetable oil cool PCs. So basically, it's an entire PC submerged in vegetable oil. And what people don't realize, when you do vegetable oil PCs, you have to make sure that the CPU is on a liquid cooling system, not the one where you actually have liquid, I mean like a gel system, like an all-in-one system. Because what happens is when you drop these things in vegetable oil, your CPU is freaking heating up the oil inside and you will cook your parts. You wonder why your system shuts down on you from overheating? Because your CPU is freaking heating up all that vegetable oil. So what you got to do is you basically get yourself a liquid cooling system and attach that to the CPU. That keeps it nice and cool. As for your radiators, I swap out all my freaking radiators. The fans that come with the radiators, I swap them out because they're probably like 27 RPMs. I try to bring them up to like 47, something a little higher than that. And then what you do is connect the fan speed so it can actually speed up your RPMs on your radiator to keep your system even cooler. Other things you learn when you basically are building vegetable oil PC mods. I might build me another one of these right here. I love the vegetable oil cool PCs. And they last for a long time. The longest one I've had, probably about maybe 8, 9 years I had one. But keep in mind, after a while, that vegetable oil will start to become a little thick, like jello. And those things start to accumulate weight. They get really, really heavy. Transporting them is a nightmare because I had to transport these from the other house. I had to get a huge container, pad the inside of it and put inside the container and put that inside the moving truck. So that way, if anything splashed out, the oil stayed within the container. And then when you want to make sure that whatever you drop in there, that you max out all your parts. You do not want to be sticking your hand back in there again once you max everything. You don't have anything maxed out. So you have to change something out. It's messy. It's really, really messy. But other, it's cool and it's heck to look at. And they keep nice and cool. I've had them at 17 Celsius. That's as cool as I've ever had one, about 17. And that's one of the builds right there I did right there for myself. I did actually 2 of them. That one on the far end is a server, and the other one is actually is an actual gaming PC. Here's a steam pump machine I built for myself right here. Customized steam pump machine I'm building. Yeah, I used to do all that stuff back in the day. Come on now. I mean, like I said, I was IT tech. I did all that stuff. Programming, building, modding, you name it. I done it. I had custom built machines. I used to get paid thousands of dollars to do custom builds for people. It's a lot of freaking wiring. A lot of freaking wiring. Yeah, that was a steam pump. That PC cost me like $8 grand. That's an expensive machine, man. Oh man, it was so expensive putting that thing together. I built this because what happened was right around the time where you had the freaking what was it, the DM, no, the DRM was going to come out for basically was going to come out for console systems. I was like, that's it, I'm done. I'm building a PC. And this is where this started from. I can't build normal stuff. I got to build crazy stuff. That's the custom mod right there. Let me see. We've got the other one. I want to find the custom built, the one I did with the built from piece by piece by piece. That's what I'm going to pick. Where's that at? Let me see. That was a steampunk. Oh man, this is the other vegetable oil one right here. Oh man, this was hot. Oh, there's the D5K. There's the D5K. Right, there's the vegetable oil tank I built right there. Where is the... Oh, this is the PC I built out of Tupperware. Right there. It's my Tupperware PC. I built this. This one I showed you. I built this one out of Tupperware. I think I'm going to do me a custom PC build. That was all made out of Tupperware right there. This is all Tupperware case. I got tired of buying PC cases. I built my own case. This was the Sub-Zero PC. That's all silicone. Each one of the silicone had optic fiber blue wiring running through it, so the PC would glow like it was frozen. That's my own artwork. Crystallized it and everything. Yeah, let's get a couple $1,000. $2,000 for these builds. People have me building all kinds of custom. The best one I think we did one basically. We used bulletproof glass. So a friend of mine went to the range. He fired a couple rounds of an AK-47 into bulletproof glass, and we actually cut it and we used it to build a case for Call of Duty. And that's all made out of a Tupperware, a giant Tupperware tub. I got tired of buying cases. Every time I buy a case, man, this wasn't what I wanted. So I started customizing my own cases. There it is displayed right there. And I miss those builds. Where is the... There it is right there. There's my baby right there. That machine right there. Two of them. I built the server and I built the gaming PC for that one. Look at this monster right here. Look at this monster right there. See that right there? That's my custom steampunk built. God is amazing. God gave me that knowledge. A person didn't know how to build computers at all. Didn't know how to design them. Was building machines like this. Custom steampunk machine. I had somebody offer me I had people offer me they wanted thousands of dollars. They were going to buy that machine from me when I built it. Oh man, God's amazing. I'll tell you that. I look at some of the stuff, man, I was designed to be to build and design. Yeah, not only did he give me the ability to be able to understand what I was building, but he gave me the gift to be able to customize any machine that I wanted. I can run any kind of what do you call the lead light wires, anything you want. When it came to liquid cooling, he taught me how to master liquid cooling. It got to a point now I wasn't even buying freaking parts. I was actually going down to a hardware shop and I was buying pipes and I was learning how to weld pipes together to start designing my own liquid cooling systems. But these are my babies right here. This is when I used to build PCs. I'm gonna put this link in right here. I'm definitely gonna put this link in right there. That link was there on my machine. I wonder if I got the one where it took me forever to put that thing together. So I got the oh, there's the other one. There's right there the custom. It's the custom yet. I'm gonna put these up here. Where's my whatchamacallit up here in the front? I'm gonna go to the video at the front. We'll put some of these up here. God taught me how to build machines. I'm gonna build me a couple of customized PCs from my other house. Definitely. I'm gonna put liquid cooling here. And things are heavy to move. Oh, they're freaking heavy to move. But man, they were fun to look at. I might build me a micro small one. I might build one. Should get a micro ATX board and build one from there. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Let me see. That's the whatchamacallit right there. I want to get this right here. Yeah. Put this one right there. This is my custom build. Put this right there, and I want to get this one right here. Oh man, this is the one I built from the ground up. That's a custom built. I made another one out of Tupperware. This is when I showed in the demonstration how I put the thing together piece by piece by piece. Man, that thing took some time to put together. Look at music on this. Custom rust paint job. Yeah, I'm definitely going to post this one. And built my own props to put inside my cases. I was actually building, oh, I remember the bomb. Good gracious, man. Somebody wanted me to build a PC that looked a replica of a nuclear bomb. It was freaking cool. Even had, now I couldn't do the programming on that level because I wasn't that good. But my buddy June, on the other hand, he's the one that did the operating system. He rewrote the operating system. So he's the one that did it when the PC started off. It would have the timer and everything, and then the explosion would come up on the screen and flash. He designed that. But I basically built the machine to make it look like an actual bomb. I said, do not go through you go through the airport with this and then check your bag, they would shoot you on sight. That thing was amazing. But it was cool. He wanted a nuclear bomb, a warhead, designed to look like a PC. Oh yeah, with the neon lights in. Those right there, I used to go over to freaking Family Tree and I used to buy my stuff. So this is all silicone right here. And this is a custom paint job. I had to do my own custom paint job. And these right here are mustard and ketchup dispensers. See where it says Windows XP right there, Pirate Edition? That's my buddy June. He basically designed the operating system. He wrote the operating system for that. He's a funny dude, man. He is a funny dude. But yeah, he's the one that did the operating system for that one. Did I put that link in? I think I did. I wanted to see the one. I know I got it on here, the steampunk. That's the one I built from scratch. That was a freaking, yeah. That's the freaking whatchamacallit. That was the steampunk right there I built. That PC was amazing. Oh, this is it right here. This is the custom built. This is a machine. I built that great. I showed slideshow after slideshow of beating this, of designing this machine. This is one that took me, I think, a year to put together. This thing was crazy. UFO case. Custom detail. That's a machine you see the clock working back and forth, the steampunk. God is amazing. Not only did he give me the gift to be able to design, I understand computers, but he gave me the gift to design and modify and create and design artwork. God's blessings just go on and on and on and on and on. If he teaches you one thing, he'll teach you another thing. He'll teach you all kinds of beautiful things, man. He taught me how to age, how to paint, and how to age objects to make them look like they've been set in time. How to run LED lights through. Just about anything I want, I can run LED lights through. I used to go to the thrift store and I used to go to Family Dollar just to buy parts. The pipes were made out of toilet paper, or the toilet paper, the dispenser rolls, or they call them, the toilet paper pipes, tubes, whatever. Like these are all parts I used to find at the thrift store. Or buy radios and take them apart and use the parts just to modify them into like all kinds of interesting designs. That was top paper right there to give that wooden grain. Wow, this is way back. OC edition. There's my graphic card. There's my gaming motherboard. Way back. Until I quit. Now they got the 12s now. I'm gonna build me another liquid cooling PC. I miss my liquid cooling PC, my vegetable cooling PC. I want another one. gonna build me another PC. Definitely gonna build me another PC. Come on here real quick. Okay, how we doing out there, first things? Oh, that's me. Yeah, I'm gonna build me another PC. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna pick up some parts. I miss me to do this stuff. But yeah, like I said, I learned all this from our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Like I said, He taught me all this. Learned all this from Him. Anything that I put my mind to it, I put my faith in Him, He teaches me. Learned all that from Him. What is this? That's better. Oh man, that's back in the day, man. Back in the day. God is amazing. God is amazing. Somebody can't tell me God's not amazing. Probably got the haters on me already. Oh wow, why did they do this? This is awesome. Okay, cool. So wow, y'all can't hate anymore. They got rid of the dislikes. So bottom line is y'all can't even hate anymore. Y'all can't even display y'all hate anymore. Wow, that's good. That's good because there's too many trolls out there. There's too many trolls out there. Basically, at the end of the day, they got nothing better to do with their lives than hate on other people's work. Y'all needed that anyway, because y'all got some issues, boy. Y'all got some issues. Trolls will hate on anything. You'll have somebody up there basically at the end of the day, they'll be talking about Christ and people will hate on that. Yeah, they need to get rid of y'all. Y'all do nothing to bring back to society whatsoever. Really, y'all don't give anything back to society at all. The trolls and the haters. Y'all give nothing back to society. Look, my subscribers just jumped too. Anyway, y'all don't give nothing back to society whatsoever, period, at all. All y'all do is hate on the dumbest things. Maybe something good about somebody learning how to walk for the first time, and you will have some hater on it disliking it because a person learned how to walk. Are you kidding me? Wow, I would never want to meet these people in real life. I really wouldn't want to meet these people in real life. I might not be that nice of a person if I bump into one of them. My goodness. I mean, y'all, they needed to do this because y'all out of control. Y'all just hate on stuff for the sake of just hating on stuff, period. Somebody could come out there and show y'all the best, and they could show you the cure for cancer, and y'all will hate on it. You know, there's something wrong with y'all. I would love to know what the mind of that person individual will be. I mean, my goodness, hate on everything. Jealous of, I know people like that. Jealous of the world, will complain about their sad and miserable life every freaking day, but won't lift one finger to change it at all. I know people like that. I know people like this. I had friends that were like this. Can't be around that. I was raised military. I was raised differently. Old school military. We ain't had that nonsense coming up. Shoot. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I had a friend of mine who had a chance to make serious money. I mean, serious money. The hair and nail business is real serious money. Women will pay tons of money to go out and get their nails done every week. I have 5 sisters. They pay a lot of money to get their nails and hair done. And this boy by the name of, I'm not going to mention him, they call Mr. J. Not who I'm thinking, that's one. Another guy named Mr. J. He basically would cry and whine every single day how he, bottom line at the end of the day, how he had no money, how he didn't have this, how he didn't know what he was going to do with his life. And he always talked about suicide constantly all the time. And the guy across the street was this Asian guy who had a nail salon, and he made a lot of money. And he for some reason, he liked freaking Jay. I don't know why. Something about Jay he liked. And he was like, look, man, if you want, I can teach you how to do nails, and I can teach you how to do hair. He didn't want to do it because he thought it was gay. I was like, you're a freaking idiot. First of all, Do you know how many women that would be hooking up with you because the simple fact that you could do hair and nails and they wouldn't have to spend the money to begin with? You would have so many friends, so many women friends that would be crazy. Doesn't make you get on top of that is money. And even the guy even sat there and said, you can work with me. And if you decide you want to make a little money on the side, you can go ahead. Or you can start your own parlor. I'm like, oh, are you freaking kidding me? Shoot, I would have taken that. But I was already running my company here and I was already overwhelmed with the work I had already. That was an opportunity. If I wasn't doing this, you darn straight I would have been doing hair and nails. Are you kidding me? It's good money at the end of the day. So yeah, he passed it up like a dummy, like an idiot, because he didn't want people thinking he was gay. Dummy. And then still the same dumb nonsense every day of hearing this joker complain about how miserable his life was. But hating on everybody else that drives nice cars and are moving up and doing this and doing that. You know what I mean? My friend was going into the military. I had another friend that was getting married. He had a good job. He was transferred to this new job, and a CEO job. He's making some really good, not CEO, but he's making really good money. And he was just hating on him. He was hating him for the sake of hating him. But you have opportunities there to do that, to go where they're going at. But yet you rather just sit back and just complain all day long about your life instead of doing something about it. Don't understand. Don't understand, people. I don't. I don't get how people. I don't know. I don't know how your generation's raised. I really don't. I don't have toleration for certain generations. I just don't have it. You know, when I was coming up, you got your job by 16 and you got the freak out by 18. That's how I grew up. There was no such thing as being 19 and 20 years old at your mother's house or father's house. I didn't come up that way. I mean, I don't know. It's a different time now, but that's how it was when I was coming up. You got your job by 16. You got the freak out when you was 18. That's how it was. So I've been out of my mother's house when I was 18. I was out. There was no such thing as, oh, I'm trying to find myself. Or, no, These little pranks I see people playing on YouTube, how you joke your parents, telling them to shut up. No, yeah. My father was Marine, so no, you weren't going to tell him to shut up. And there's nothing my mother could do to stop him from taking your head off. But none of that nonsense today. But this stuff today, man, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I swear. I ain't trying to be rude here, but I think kids are much weaker now than what they were. When I was coming up, man, you could fall off the monkey bars, man, split your skull open, and still get up and say, hey, let's go play some softball. I mean, kids were just much more tougher, man, back then. Especially if you look at the playgrounds we played in, man. Playgrounds we had were ruthless, man. I mean, you think about sliding down a sliding board that basically is made out of metal that's been sitting in the sun all day, and you happen to take your behind up on that ladder and slide down and get burnt on the way down. Or my favorite part was the tether bar. If you ever played tether bar before, that's when you have the pole and you got the ball and you hit it and it swings back and forth and everybody hits it. That sucker come back around and smack you dead in the face, but you get back up with a bloody nose and you finish the game. With no crying in the house and whining and crying to mom, kissing, making a boo-boo, and that nonsense. I remember basically making ramps and laying my friends up. Like you see Malcolm in the Middle, we did that stuff. Lay your friends up, you would jump over top of them. Last man would get it the worst because that's the one that would catch it in the bike tire coming down. Oh man. I was getting stitches and breaking my arm and all kinds of. Every week I was going to the hospital for something stupid that I was doing. But at the end of the day, man, it was just being a kid. Now, kids today, they sit in the house on video games and eat and whatever. That's why, it's the obesity is such a problem, man. When I was a kid, man, you ran the streets, man. When I ran tag, football, riding bikes, the whole 9 yards. Kids got exercise. They're out there sledding, the whole 9 yards, everything. Only rule we had when we was coming up, when the street lights come on, you better be in front of the house. That was it. But man, I remember that 1, 2, 3, bring bro, catch a girl, get a girl, all that stuff, man. We was all out in the street, always doing something, never ever in the house. And then we didn't have that technology. You know what I mean? Kids went out and did what they had to do. They had fun. Not today. Not today. Let me see if we can get this taken care of right here. This is the live demonstration. No, this is the one demonstration we did on the meter right here. I love being a kid. Oh yeah, I had a ball when I was a kid, man. I was in Boy Scouts. I was in Cubs, Boy Scouts, and I was in the Boys Club. I was in both of them. Yeah. Now, kids today, like I said, I watch my nieces and nephews. These are my nieces and nephews now. They don't even leave the house. In the house on their cell phones watching Netflix. Playing their game systems. They're stuck on the game system for hours and hours. Don't even get out and really don't enjoy life. Shit, at freaking 10 years old, we went hunting at 10. Dad took us hunting at 10. Learned how to fish, learned how to hunt, all that. At 10 years old, Dad would take us out. Learn to teach us how to hunt and fish. And one of these days, boy, everything's going to go off the grid. Well, it's going to go crazy one day. Nothing's going to be here. You got to learn how to survive. You got to learn to live off the land. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, this is the one we did with the whatchamacallit. Man, I can't believe that we hit that with the. I love that downstairs, man. I love that downstairs so much, man. Because the simple fact that it's no meat, the light is so bright down there. Oh, man, we're gonna do some fantastic stuff down there. I cannot wait. Oh, we're gonna do some fantastic stuff. And mind you, that was gunmetal down there. Gunmetals can pull in ambient light. But rejection technology with gunmetals is really good, but with the black, they're insane because black screens can absorb 10 times more ambient light. I cannot wait. I'm gonna do a 120-inch black screen down there, just jet black against that white, and watch that screen absorb all that freaking light in and still maintain. Oh man, I love it. I freaking love it. We got to do all the screens down there. We have to. No more testing upstairs. It's not even worthy anymore. We got to be downstairs in the basement. The light is insane out there. I'm going to do one demonstration of a screen firing off inside and another one firing outside at the same time. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. That is going to be so much fun. They're doing back to back like that. Okay, we're done with this one right here. Did I done a copy? It's right here. Done a copy. Yeah, when I told people that, I did some IT tech. Later on, I went and got me a degree in it because I might as well, you know what I mean? I was building and customizing PCs and I was making a heck of a lot of money off of it. So I figured, hey, I might as well go to school and father and get a degree in it. And a lot of people tell me, yes, customize and build gaming PCs. They don't believe that. My old channel back then, those are the links I put in. Yeah, I was custom building PCs on a level that most people never even seen before. Because all that knowledge, all that technology came from God, and never went to school for any of it until I decided to go in and apply. Because I felt like you need to go in and apply for that because you're really really good with it. I'm like, But all that knowledge came from God. That day I sat there and I prayed and asked him, and he asked me for what did I want, and I said I want to learn to build computers. Next day when I got up, I knew it. For some reason, I just knew it. I picked up the Tiger Direct catalog and I could understand everything that was in that book. And it went farther than that, because God blesses you for something. It goes much farther than that. He says, well, now you can build them, design them, program them. And then I got to the point where I said, you know what? I don't even want to buy PC cases anymore. I'm a custom design my own PC cases. I was designing my own props, all kinds of stuff, man. Oh man, it's just, and then after that, for a while, I was doing customized. I was building PCs on my porch, and somebody came by and it was like, you work on PCs? And I said, yes, I got this computer, I got this problem, so and so, and I just knew, I'd pop open the computer, knew exactly what to do, how to fix it, and everything. And it gave me 100. I charged them $80. It gave me $80. So I was like, shoot. Went to the store, picked up some food, and went back to the house. And I was sitting there looking at the money. I was like, I could make money off this. And next thing you know, that he went and told somebody, and about 3 o'clock in the morning, some guy came to my house bringing his PC in his hand, like, yo, my buddy, you fix this computer? Yeah, can you fix mine too? Like this, so. How much you charge? I was like, $120. They gave me $120 right down the spot. Went up there, fixed the machine, called about, yo, the machine's ready. They came and picked it up, and next you know, every time I turn around, it's somebody coming to the door asking to fix the machine. And when Vista came out, oh my goodness, I made so much money off Vista. Vista came out, that operating system was garbage. Man, it was garbage. And I had people coming to ask me like, yo, man, I need to fix this. Like this ain't working, that bugs and that. You fix this, like, we got to rewrite the operating system. We're going to have to put Windows XP because it's much more stable. He said, whatever you got to do, man. Whatever you got to do. And I go in there, I look, he said, how much? I said, give me about 150. He gave me 150. I go in there, boom. I had the machine, I had stations set up in there. Where I had all the systems set up. I could hook everything up. I could run the program and all the machines at the same time. And I call up one by one. Your machine's ready, pick it up. Your machine's ready, pick it up. They pay me right there from the door. Man, I looked at that, man. I had about $2,000 in my hand. I was like, yeah, this is good. This is good. The next time I started doing house calls. Went to the street, I came to the woman's house, came to her house, fixed their computer. They paid me right there on the spot. What do you think they eat? Told so and so. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, that's the guy to work on computers. That's it right there. Yeah, that's the guy working on computers. Right. Yeah, I got a machine I need you to fix after this. I'm making a killing. I'm making a killing. Yep. And God bless you. God bless you with any the knowledge you need. Just got to follow him the right way and give him the glory for it. And every time somebody asks me, you go to school for this? Nope. God-given gift. God bless me to get it. And that's what I'm talking about. Amen. Yeah, amen. Definitely. That's what I said. For you naysayers, y'all don't understand how deep the rabbit hole go. With my knowledge, with me and God, with what I have with him, y'all can't, I ain't behind to be rude here, but y'all can't stop me. Y'all can't. My technology is going to get more and more advanced, more and more advanced. It's just going to keep going. I've seen the things that the Lord has showed me that I'm going to be able to design and build future technology that's way beyond this. There's no way in the world. You got to see what pretty soon we'll be launching that black already designs already hit that black phantom invisible is going to be freaking a monster when we get done with it. It's going to be, you can drop a freaking 5200 lumen projector at 2 feet and that thing won't even push through that screen, but the image will punch through. It'll actually cancel out 100% lamp glare. It'll be like staring into the black hole. It's going to be beautiful when we get done with it. Yeah. But I ain't trying to be rude here, but and I'm not trying to be arrogant here, but you naysayers, you think that y'all can come up against me, y'all can't stop me. You can't. With God at my back, give me the knowledge that he's giving me now, what I know and what he's taught me, you couldn't stop me. Any technology you make, if your intentions are basically to try to belittle mine, you'll get crushed with no problem. And I do mean that 100%. You just watch the screen pull an image at a maxed out meter. That is freaking insane. Now we got to drop the lumens on the projector. I got to see if I can kick it at 1,000. If that screen pulls up at 1,000 lumens on a maxed out meter, oh my goodness, that is going to be insane. And now I'm thinking about it. I got to do it because I'm hyped up about it. I got to do it. I got to load up the 1,000 lumen projector. We got to do it. We got to do it. We got to do it. I'm coming out of here. I'm doing that right now. It's going to be pre-recorded, by the way, because I don't want to do too many lies. I got to watch myself. I got to watch. I don't want Mr. Arrogant to come popping up again. I don't want to deal with that nonsense. Oh, man, it's coming out of here. We go right there. We copy and paste this. Now we gotta go see what's going to happen. Yeah. But like I said, I can't wait to get my showroom. I cannot wait to get my showroom. So I'm gonna start advertising these screens to the next level because YouTube is not big enough for me. I need something where I can get my technology out there. I can get the people from outside. They're going to take a look at the screens. That's what I need. But that Phantom's going to get notified. I'm putting I'm putting 120 inch in my driveway and blast an image through it. This one's done right. This one's finished at 1 meter. Meter max out on this one. Meter, pumpkin eater. Had a wife and couldn't keep her. Meter, pumpkin eater. Yeah, we take care of this. We don't need that one to begin with. This is just for show. That's it. That's it. Okay. I am going downstairs to load up my 1,000 lumen projector because I need to see if this thing is going to hit this screen, pull an image on a maxed out meter. And that's what I got to know. Because now I just said it. I got to do it. All right, people, I'm out of here. I'm going downstairs and set my watch because I got to do this now. I got to see. I'm curious. I got to see if this is going to pull up. Got to go. Thank you all, and God bless. Check out, enjoy the videos. Got to go.